Hello everyone and welcome to the Daytona International Studio. For the Daytona 500s, we've actually brought back the NASCAR E5 2023 mod because we put the 2023 paint schemes over the 2022 DLC paint schemes now that is finally working. So we have brought back this career mode and I am so happy to bring it to you here for the Daytona 500 season opener. Ross Chastain is on the pole. He's having a stellar weekend. Austin Dillon will start at the rear after wrecking and qualifying, and Zane Smith had to replace the transmission. He will start at the rear as well. And we will be driving the number 77 Ferris Motors Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports, making our career debut here, starting right from the bottom of the ladder pretty much. Down here with Spire Motorsports, pretty much mid-pack towards back-of-the-pack team. So we're going to try to prove ourselves as we are alongside SVG in the 91 machine. And got Loris Hesmans above us on the outside lane as we try to go 3 wide to get up in the 36th position early in this race and charge our way from the back of the field. So we will of course be doing the full 2023 mod career mode to 2022 DLC. So this will be a 33 race first season, and we'll just keep going and going and going. So this will be of course a new series to start now as we brought it back. So now we're going to race with Bubba Wallace in 23 and Martin Truex Jr. in the 19 up ahead of us. Those are some very important positions we need to be getting right now. So you give Truex a big shove here down the back stretch, trying to get by him for 34th place. Still at the back here, we got a massive shove from SVG right behind us. He's going to start saying we are hauling the mail on the inside lane right now. We are already inside the top 30, flying by guys like Kevin Harvick, huge momentum. And now we go underneath Martin Truex with help of SVG, a great pusher so far here at Daytona. Both of us making our first start here at Daytona. Now we're chasing down the 31 of Justin Haley for position, pull underneath him, and myself and SVG continue to charge through the pack. Now we get close to Timmy Hill and Todd Gillen. We give Timmy Hill a big shove, and he gets stacked up behind my teammate, the 7 of Corey LaJoie, but we're still moving on like a unit on this inside lane. We are absolutely flying past the field right now. On the inside of Eric Jones, Harrison Burton. We are moving through the pack like it's nobody's business right now. Already up in the top 25 from the back of the field, and underneath the 84 of Jimmy Johnson. Trying to make work underneath Tyler Reddick, and look at the positions we're gaining right by Jimmy Johnson on the inside of Tyler Reddick for 22nd place through 3 and 4. A little bit of contact, but we continue on. We stay green, little at the apron there racing Blaney and Shane Van Gitsbergen behind us, and we go by the 16 of Allmendinger to move into 17th. This is only on lap 2, so he's looking a long ways to go in this Daytona 500 50 lap race. 25% length is the season. The race length of the race is without the season. The difficulty is 105, and that's how we're going to race with the AI this season. So now we're battling Corey LaJoie and Joey Logano for 14th place. A great spot inside the top 15. We went to the outside lane to try to make that work. That did not work as well for us, but now it does. We get a huge run on Joey Logano, and we pull down low, clear our teammate of Corey LaJoie, and get to work on the bottom, trying to get up into the top 10 nearly now. We have had a tremendous charge in our debut here at Daytona. Underneath the 15 of Riley Earps now. Moving to 12th place, we got Corey LaJoie, so 2 Spire Motorsports teammates together. We're working our way up towards the front of the field. Now chasing down the 48 of Alex Bowman. We'll go by Christopher Bell and Ricky Stenhouse on the outside lane. That will get us inside the top 10 for the first time today here, P10 in the Daytona 500. With 12 laps to go in stage 1, we will have to make a green flag pit stop unless a caution comes out this stage because of the 4 times tire wear and fuel usage settings. Now we pass Brad Keselowski and Austin Hill on the inside lane here for position. Temporarily up in the 9th, we get in the back of Bowman, big wiggle right there, hang on to where he does. But it gets a little dicey up here as myself and Keselowski continue to race for position side by side down the back stretch here. It's getting intense. Now we cross over Bowman to the inside. A beautiful move right there. Right by Bowman and Keselowski into 8th. Get up the track, a little bit of contact. The 48, we hit the apron and shut up the track. Not what I wanted to do right there. Cost him in that outside lane with Keselowski and a ton of momentum. Now we got LaJoie still pushing us here in 8th. We got to try to get a little bit of a better push here to draft up to Noah Gragson. He's another rookie in that number 42 car right in front of us as we try to get around him here. 4th position, we got a big run on Gragson. We're going to pull to the inside of Noah into 1 and 2. Get underneath him here and get behind the 14 of Chase Briscoe. Give him a shove here as now we're going to start to, how about JJ Yaley? He's up here in the top 5. Him and Austin Hill having tremendous runs for their respective teams here today. The back markers are charging to the front here. You got me, you got LaJoie, you got JJ Yaley. You got Noah Gragson, you got Austin Hill at the front. But right now it's Austin Cindric trying to pass Chase Elliott, who right now is leading the Daytona 500. Then you got Chastain, Cindric, Briscoe, and Yaley, the top 5. We are back here in 6th, trying to shove Briscoe and Chastain by, but they keep checking up here, so we finally go underneath the 14, or at least try to. No luck right there. We got SVG back behind us now, trying to give us the shove again as we go underneath. We hang out the 14 of Chase Briscoe, put him through the middle. I was sick of staying behind him. There he goes behind us. We clear him narrowly right there. The outside lane does get a lot of momentum back. We end up dropping down to 7th, and Briscoe comes right back on the outside, but we got our good buddy SVG behind us, giving us a massive shove here down through turn 1 and 2 with the bumper of his teammate of Ross Chastain in the 1, and a huge shove in the back of the 1. Almost sent Chastain around. He tried to make the move on Chase Elliott, was unsuccessful, but we're going to hang out the 62 of Austin Hillier. We're going to hang out Chastain. We're going to pull him 3 wide into 3 and 4 and draft up to Chase Elliott. We say see you later. We're moving into the top 5 now, into 5th place. Now we give Chase Elliott a big shove, and look at that. The inside lane is wide open. Yaley leaves it open, and so does Cindric, and here we go to the front of the field at Daytona. We're going to shove Chase Elliott right to the lead here of the Daytona 500. We are in 2nd, and SVG is in 3rd. This is one heck of a trio that we have so much speed. Now we're hanging out Chase Elliott. We're going for the lead. In our first ever career race here in the Daytona 500, we have taken the race lead in our debut. A tremendous performance in a Spire Motorsports car that typically runs 28th week in and week out. As now we are ahead of SVG, who's right there behind us. Now we move on. Next lap, Timmy Hill trying to make a run on our outside. We block him, and he goes down low, and he's going to hang us out right there. Timmy Hill gets a tremendous move right there and makes the whole outside lane to myself lose a bunch of momentum. We're going to drop way down the order here. Go from P1 all the way down to 8th place here, sliding in behind Kyle Larson and right in front of our teammate of Corey LaJoie. Not the way we wanted to start this race. Now we're going to run back on the 5 of Kyle Larson. We peel to his inside here, dropped up to Chandler Smith up ahead. Try to get underneath Chase Briscoe, which we will. Big shove to the back of 13 of Chandler Smith now. We're going to try to get by 54 of Ty Gibbs. That's what we're going to do. SVG back behind us once again. You know when we're together, we are on fire and we are making moves already. Going right by the inside of Chandler Smith, no Gregson, just like that. We're already 3 wide for 2nd already. Going to give a big shove to Chase Elliott. Nope, he goes up high, right out of our way. Exactly what we wanted, and SVG shows us right back to the race lead here in the Daytona 500. This is an unbelievable duo we got going right now. We are like insane. We are dominating this race right now. We got Timmy Hill to our outside. This is indeed the backmarker 500 if I've ever seen it in my life. This is insane. Crazy racing as we hold off. SVG's got to run behind us now. 6 to go in stage 1. Chandler Smith is taking the lead us on the outside, and that whole outside lane is going to train right by us. There goes Chandler Smith and Timmy Hill. Only 2 cars though. We hold on to the bottom. We got SVG behind us, but it's green flag pit stop time, so we're going to try to come down here for pit stops. SVG underneath us, but we're going to dive a little high there. Timmy Hill, Chandler Smith, we're going to try to race him down to the pit lane. Heavy braking to get down to pit road speed limit, and we do get down to pit road speed limit here as we enter pit road and get ready for green flag pit stop. So we're going to come down, let the pit crew take care of business. 4-tire pit stop, fill her up with gas. Actually, it's not going to be a 4-tire stop. It's going to be a right side stop only. Right side tires and gas only to try to get us in great track position to win the stage here. That's what we had to do. So that's where we come out of the pits in a great spot, taking that strategy here. While we were pitting on lap 10, Harrison Burns here running in 14th. All these guys, of course, stayed out to pit the next lap. You got Loris Hesmans coming out of pit road, and Harrison Burns is going to slam into the back of the 27, and Hesmans will go spinning. No caution as Hesmans wipes out on the apron out of the way, but a crazy turn of events there. Now on lap 12, we're going to take 5th place back from the guys who had just pitted, myself, SVG, and Timmy Hill in a 3-car train powering to the front. And now on lap 12, the 7 of LaJoie is the 21st. Our teammate blows a tire. LaJoie into the wall, and he's wrecking into Tyler Reddick. LaJoie blows a tire and is going to be out of this race, our teammate, and that is devastating. We were hoping we could get a Spire 1-2, but LaJoie is destroyed. He's out of this race, and now we are trying to pass the 48 Bowman for the lead here coming after this pit cycle. 3 to go in stage 1. We now take the lead after the pit cycle, so a perfect cycle for myself, Timmy Hill, SVG, and JJ Yaley and Chandler Smith. What a top 5 we have here at Daytona. It is literally everyone you'd expect to be running 35th through 40th right now is running 1st through 5th. Oh my goodness. This is insane here at Daytona. This has been a wild race so far. We haven't even completed stage 1 yet, but this is awesome, man. Some great racing going on. Timmy Hill trying to pass us, so we try to block him down low, block him way up high there. Huge block thrown on Timmy Hill. Oh my goodness, we nearly wrecked right there. But still the 3 of us in a 3-car train, myself, Timmy Hill, and Shane Van Gisbergen. And caution is out, and stage 1 will end under yellow here. So we get the stage win, our first career stage win. Then you got the rest of the top 5, then Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, and Ryan Preece, Kyle Larson, and I believe Chase Briscoe runs on the top 10. As the caution was, of course, for our teammate of LaJoie. That flat tire takes him out of the race. So we pit for 4 tires and fuel. We start in 6th. 5 drivers stay out who are just pitted, of course. Those lucky ones. Bowman, McDowell, Cindric, Burton, and Zane Smith are the 5 lucky drivers who were on pit road when this caution came out, or pretty much just exited, so they could stay out while the rest of us pitted to make sure we had enough fuel and tires to get the right strategy going. This is going to be 16 laps to go in stage 2 here at Daytona. So It's another long stage here. Another green flag pit stop most likely going to happen here. Oh, in the back of the 36 of Zane Smith. Big contact here heading into turn 1 and 2. Big stack up right there. But clear for the lead up ahead. That is Bowman in the 48 over Austin Cindric. Now we got Harrison Burton back to our outside. We try to side draft, but he'll clear us easily. And we got to hope Timmy Hill can give us a shove here. He's not helping us that much, so I'm going to try to draft up to Harrison Burton up ahead. And that's what we'll do, is Timmy Hill finally gets behind us now, drafting us up. We got a huge run on the back of 21 of Harrison Burton here into 3 and 4. We're going to dive low underneath him. He tries to throw a block. That doesn't work. Now we give a big shove to Zane Smith and Austin Cindric. Shove them right by the 48 of Alex Bowman. Now we're in the 3rd place here at Daytona underneath Zane Smith. He got wiggled. He got loose. So we peel underneath him for a second. We're going to try to take the lead now from the 2 of Austin Cindric with help from Timmy Hill. We shove him at the line here. Of course, 15 to go in stage 2. Try to get Cindric up the racetrack to peel low. That's what we're going to do. Myself and Timmy Hill to the inside. We have room, and we are going to go right back to the lead of the Daytona 500 now, right around the 2 of Austin Cindric with that tremendous move on the inside lane. That was exactly what we needed to do to get this race lead, so we're going to keep at it, keep doing what we need to do to get this win here in our debut, which would be huge for us to make the playoffs in our rookie season with Spire Motorsports by winning the Daytona 500. Now that would be quite a statement to start the career mode, wouldn't it? That would get us in a position to hopefully drive for a better team next season. Harrison Burton on our outside, huge block thrown. Nearly caused an incident right there, and this time we can't block him. We gotta let Harrison Burton go. His momentum is too strong. He's gonna train right by with the help of Bubba Wallace, Ryan Priest, JJ Yaley, and Zane Smith. As we fall to 5th though, but we stay steady here in 5th. We got Timmy Hill finally giving us the shoves that we need here to get back to the front. Now we go to the inside of Yaley, and you're gonna give Harrison Burton a shove through turn 1 and 2, shove him right back ahead of Bubba Wallace for the race lead. Big time pushes. We make it happen, and we try to peel underneath Harrison Burton. Huge block on the 66 of Timmy Hill. Oh my goodness, almost wrecked him. And now Kyle Larson will slot him behind us in the 5, trying to have his best run of his career in the Daytona 500 to date. As we chase down Harrison Burton, the 21, who clearly has a very fast car. He's going to be one of our top competitors throughout the rest of this race. He's holding that lead, but we're going to get a nice draft up here to him. Trying to get draft right to his bumper. We're going to block Kyle Larson, though. He would have hung us out to dry right there for sure. So we got to stay out of the 5. Here comes Bubba Wallace on the outside. 13 to go in stage 2. We stay behind Burton. No luck making any passes so far. We need a miracle to happen here to get us the momentum. We need a better pusher. Kyle Larson clearly doesn't want to work with us, so I'm not too happy about that. Bubba Wallace slides right in front of us. He's going to hang out Harrison Burton, and Bubba is going to go to the race lead here at Daytona. As we continue to hold the bottom, now side drafting Timmy Hill, who used to be our good drafting partner, but he went to the outside lane after we made contact with him. Now we get the big run underneath Harrison Burton, get the run back on Bubba Wallace as we're finally getting our mojo back, drafting back up to try to make a move for the lead, right up to the back of Bubba. Nothing yet. Kyle Larson there behind us lurking. He's trying to make his move, but we are all staying single file here. Pretty much a long train, a big block on Larson as we tried to get a little higher to get that draft off of Bubba. 12 to go in stage 2 now. We get a big run on the back of Bubba. We're going to go to the inside here and just keep our run and see what happens in a 1 and 2. We got enough momentum where Bubba can't quite clear us. He's not aggressive enough. And we're going to take the lead right back here in the Daytona 500 as we hang out Bubba Wallace on the outside lane. A great helpful shove there from Kyle Larson in the 5 team. And now he tries to go to our outside to make a move as expected, but we cover that off. We block him and see what's going to happen. Joey Logano, huge run on the bottom. We got to block Joey, but that's going to sacrifice the outside lane, and there they go. Larson, Chastain, they're going to train right by us. Here, oh, contact there with Chastain for second, slows down the whole outside lane, and we power back into second. Joey Logano giving us a huge shove. Basically our second best pusher we've had all day besides SVG so far. Big run on the back of the 5. Logano tries to go to our outside. He doesn't have the momentum. Larson 11 to go in stage 2. We saw go underneath him. There's some contact for the lead right there. Big contact, racing hard. That was crazy. He hangs out ahead of us. Joey Logano, though, lurking to our outside lane. He's trying to make a move now. What can he do? He goes to the outside. Nothing yet. Big run there. He's going to get to our outside for a second. The battle is on as Larson gets a huge block at Chase Briscoe. Big contact with Joey Logano. Almost crashing here at Daytona. And you got Jimmy Johnson now dropped up behind us. There goes Ty Gibbs, Ross Chastain. A lot of cars now starting to train on by on that outside lane. As our momentum was lost with that big contact here. It's the 6 laps in the stage. Now we're going to get a run. Chastain blocks us. Very lucky he did that. We would have hung him out. Larson and Gibbs, they're now the ones getting hung out with no help. They're going to drop back in the draft. Now we're going to shove Ross Chastain to the lead right by Joey Logano with a huge shove from Chase Briscoe behind us. And now Chastain goes high, so we go right underneath him, and we're going to take the lead right back from the one of Ross Chastain here at Daytona. Helpful shove from Chase Briscoe and his number 14 car here at Daytona. So we continue to block Briscoe, trying to maintain this race lead. Now we move on to later this lap. Coach JJ Yaley and Austin Dillon trying to make a move. Yaley gets underneath us, and the inside lane's going to train through now. There goes Yaley, Busher, Blaney, Austin Hill, Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin. They're all going to get by. We're going to block Michael McDowell, but we're going to fall all the way down to 8th place here, almost outside of the top 10 here. It's not looking good for us right now. We've dropped all the way down to 10th, and now outside of the top 10 as Riley Earps gets to our outside for the first time in a long time in the running order that we've dropped outside of the top 10, probably since the pit stops at the end of stage 1. So that is a unfortunate scene there, but now we go underneath the 14 and chase Briscoe, but we hit the apron. That killed all our momentum and hit it again. Another mistake, slamming to that apron, which is almost like a brick wall if you hit it. And now we finally get the shove once again from Michael McDowell, which will get us back inside the top 10, passing Chase Briscoe for the 10th position, and a huge run in the back of the 41 of Ryan Preece, and we give him a massive shove. Michael McDowell hangs us out. Are you kidding me? Michael McDowell just said, "See you later, alligator," and hung us out just like that. And down to pit road he goes with Jimmy Johnson and JJ Yaley. They're coming down. We stay on the racetrack here one more lap to try to make it around. We have barely enough fuel to do so. So we're going to pit this time. It's going to be 7 to go, coming on to 6 to go in stage 2. We're going to make our green flag pit stop here. We got a run on the back of Chase Briscoe and Ryan Preece up ahead as we try to make our moves. Briscoe gets shoved on the outside lane, and we once again give a massive shot to the back of the 41 of Ryan Preece. Give that lane a huge momentum shove. Trying to make it work. Chastain behind us. Here comes Daniel Suarez, the 99 on our outside lane. He's making his move. Here comes SVG as well. He's back to the front. Our good friend from early in the race. We both worked our way to the front earlier. He's dropped back a little ways now, and he gets hung on the outside. Now we go to the outside. Daniel Suarez in the 99 here to try to get a better entry to pit road here on this outside behind Riley Earps. We go to the middle here, send it in, and hit the brakes very late, but we get down to pit road speed limit in time, and we come in to make our pit stop now under yellow flag, or green flag, and caution is going to come out though. The caution will come out here right as we're making our pit stop. So what we have to do here is we have to let the pit sequence play out so we can stay out, and therefore we'll still have our 4 tires, full tank of gas, and we won't technically have to pit at this caution because we've already pitted right here. So we get the pit stop to be complete. We get right side tires and full tank of gas, and so now we stay on the racetrack and we'll restart in the lead. One of a good chunk of cars that stay out here near the end of stage 2 after a very weird time for a caution to fall. And so now we're going to race the 17 of Christopher Busher for the race lead with just 3 laps to go in stage 2. So we just got to hang out for another 3 laps and we can get a stage sweep today and get a max points in the stages, 20 points and 2 playoff points if we can make it happen here. We got the 14 of Chase Briscoe right behind us. Me and him have had some conflicts during this race. Some contact has been made. Some feelings have been hurt racing hard at the front of the field. We'll see what happens here between myself and the 14. As we are got the easy momentum on this inside lane, but on the outside lane, someone's trying to make a charge back there. I believe that's Ryan Preece in the 41, Chase Briscoe's teammate, who's trying to make a move on the outside, but I think we got the lead this lap, at least, to come in 2 to go in the stage. We hold off the 14 Chase Briscoe. Now, ooh, hit the apron there in 3 and 4. That's going to cost us some momentum as we try to make every move possible to maintain this race lead, just blocking the lines, making sure no one gets a big enough run to really sail right on by us like a train like we've had happen so many times this race so far. Big block down the 14. Now 2 laps to go in stage 2. Can we hang on to this race lead and the stage win? Ryan Blaney starting to form a run on the outside lane here. He's got some big momentum, and he's going to get right by our outside, and there goes Ryan Blaney, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez. They're going to try to get to our outside, but Briscoe gets back to our bumper, gives us a big enough shove here to stay on the inside, the 43 and the 12, but we don't quite have the full line momentum here to get by Ryan Blaney here. But now we got a big run on the back of Blaney. Help from Chase Briscoe. Huge shove. We go to the inside. Blaney blocks us. Contact made. We almost wrecked right there going to turn 3 and 4. That would have been the big one. Luckily, we do not, and we go to the outside of Ryan Blaney with Chase Briscoe to take the lead right back here at Daytona after that near miss of a disastrous crash. Last lap of stage 2, we are leading the way. We just got to hang on for this lap, and we got the stage win in the bag. But the SHR cars, Briscoe and Preece, they go to our outside. They're trying to hang us out here. We go low to block. What is going to happen now? We hit the apron. It's going to stack us up here, cost us some momentum. We hold it. We've been holding strong here this inside lane. The outside lane starting to get a little bit of momentum. Allmendinger, big block though on Chase Briscoe. trying to maintain these SHR guys behind us. Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, they're storming back on the inside lane here into 3 and 4. We got to throw the block to cover them off. That's going to allow the 14 of Chase Briscoe and Ryan Priest, the 41 the outside. The Stuart Hoskars get around us, and they have help from Allmendinger and Cindric, and there goes a ton of points and a ton of positions going right by us on the outside the top 5. Here comes Suarez, Logano, and we try to block Ty Gibbs to the line. That's not going to work. We're going to end up 8th in stage 2, losing 7 spots in that last corner and only earning 3 stage points in the second stage. Your stage 2 winner is Chase Briscoe with that move entering turn 3. We had a decision to make. It was almost a lose-lose situation. Either way, one of those lines was going to train by us, so we decided to block the inside, let the outside train by us. So we ended up 8th. Now we're back underway in the final stage of racing here at Daytona. We are taking 7th place from Ty Gibbs here in turn 1 and 2, but we're stuck in the middle here in between Blaney and Ty Gibbs. We'll clear Ty Gibbs on the bottom and now go to the shove the 16 of AJ Allmendinger with a huge run here coming out of turn 1 and 2. We're going to shove Allmendinger alongside Ryan Priest for the race lead. Try to side draft Chase Briscoe once again. The two of us find ourselves battling hard at the front of the field. Now we got a shove. Ty Gibbs is found behind us. He's going to give us that shove that we need here to get behind AJ Allmendinger, shove him ahead of the Penske cars and Ryan Priest. That's what we're going to do here. We give Allmendinger just a draft that gets him to the lead. Now we give him a huge shove that gets us clear of Ryan Priest for 2nd place. And Ty Gibbs is going to try to drive his way by as well, as the inside lane is now training by the outside easily. AJ Allmendinger will lead this lap here at Daytona, but myself and Ty Gibbs right on his bumper here coming out of the trial down the straightaway towards turn 1 and 2. What is going to happen? We continue to draft with the 16. Trying to make our move at the perfect time. Now here we go. We go on the inside of Allmendinger for the race lead down the back straightaway with momentum from Ty Gibbs, and we will take the lead back here at Daytona. We get by AJ Allmendinger. Ty Gibbs shoving us now. Chase Elliott, they'll get some momentum from Martin Truex Jr. on that outside lane as Elliott tries to make his way back to the front. Of course, he led earlier when we were shoving him to the front earlier in this race. As we try to see if we can make it work holding off this 54. It is some intense racing here late in the goings here at Daytona. Final stage of racing, the intensity's picking up, and here comes Truex. He's got to run on the outside lane. He's going to take the lead in a moment. We lead the lap though, but here comes Truex and Chase Elliott. They're going to train by us on the outside lane. Christopher Bell tries to make a move in the middle, but to no avail. That does not work for him as we chase down Elliott now, giving him a draft as Elliott hangs out Truex instantly. And now Elliott's going to get the big shove here coming out. No, we're going to go these outside here coming out of turn 2. An aggressive move going for the race lead late in the race. Doesn't quite work. Elliott hangs on, and now we got hung out from the bottom. There goes Gibbs, Cindric. But we block Joey Logano, who's able to give us a big shove here. And we're going to commit to this outside lane with Joey Logano and the 9 of Chase Elliott here. As we give the 9 a big shove right back by the outside of Ty Gibbs. And here we come. Elliott, myself, and Logano training to the lead. Now we go to the outside of Elliott with Joey Logano. And Logano has enough momentum to push us clear this time. And we're now back in lead of the Daytona 500 at the line, leading more laps this race. 13 laps to go now in the Great American Race. Who is going to win it? It is going to be an intense finish here. We still have one more pit stop left to make here. It's going to be crazy either way. As we lead, the 22 tries to make a move. Priest behind us. Oh, Logano hangs us out. And he's going to go by with Priest, Gibbs, and Cindric right by on the inside. Just like that, we're right back to 5th place here. Chase, and here comes the outside lane out of nowhere. Christopher Bell, Truex, some cheating Yoders. They're working by on that outside lane, and Bowman behind him. He's trying to make his move. And now we're almost falling outside the top 10 once again, like we did almost at the end of stage 2 right there. The whole lane trained by us at the end of the stage. A big shot to the back of Truex. Actually go underneath him here. We hang him out cold. Draft up to Christopher Bell. Logano gets dropped back in the middle on the outside. Chastain is making it work. We're 8th at the line, and the battle's on. Here comes Justin Haley, the 31. Where'd he come from? He's in contention now inside this top 10. He tries to throw a block. We cover him off, though. We don't allow that to happen. As he clears us though, but we give him a shove once again, trying to peek through his inside. He gets loose, almost big contact being made. Now we go by him after slamming to the apron. And now we got no help once again. Chase Elliott's too far back to give us a shove, and it's so frustrating when that happens. It's like you have the moves, but you don't get the help behind you. Now we finally go underneath. Haley and Logano almost wrecked. We were so loose. We wiggled making that move. Now we door check the side of the 31 of Haley. And here comes Jimmy Johnson on the inside. He's got a shove. Chase Elliott in the middle. We go to block Chase and then block Jimmy on the bottom, falling behind Austin Cindric and try to gather some momentum, regroup, and charge back up to the front of the field. This has not gone the way we would have liked it so far today. As 11 laps to go here at Daytona. We are in 8th place. Here comes Loris Hesmans, the 27. Where in the world? He came from the back of the pack after that wreck earlier in the race during the green flag pit cycle. Is all the way back at the front of the field now, fighting for the win of the Daytona 500. Ross Chastain's away, he clears ahead, and the caution will come out here at Daytona. That's going to change a lot. Caution comes out, everybody pits. I take fuel only. That jumps us up to second. We're going to line up right next to Ryan Preece, up 6 positions here with the strategy call. So here we go. We are back underway here at Daytona alongside Ryan Preece with 8 laps to go. So I'm going to go to the outside of Ryan Preece, side drafting him for the race lead here. Late in the race at Daytona, it's going to change what's going to happen here. The finish of this race is going to be a duel between some of the best in the business here at Daytona. 2 rookies already slamming doors, myself and Ryan Preece making contact. Correction though, Preece is not a rookie. He's already had multiple seasons in the Cup Series. We made contact fighting for this race lead. We got behind us the 2 of Cindric is giving us a shove here as we try to power by Preece. Nice run the outside lane. So far it's been a relatively clean Daytona 500. No really big wrecks, only the Corey LaJoie flat tire incident and then the Loris Hesman spin during the pit cycle. So a very clean race at Daytona. Shocking and surprising, but also nice to see that the whole field doesn't absolutely wipe out and wreck all the time. But now we got Austin Cindric shoving us from behind, so we try to catch up to Ryan Preece. Got Ross Chastain on our inside. Justin Haley, here comes the whole inside lane. We couldn't get down there, and they're going to train right by us. And, I mean, look, and they're just flying by us here. And Harvick, we finally cut off Harvick by blocking him here, sliding to 9th place, but have our work cut out for us as we have a lot of positions to gain back here. We have to gain back another 8 spots from 9th here to try to get to win the Daytona 500 in our first ever start in the NASCAR Cup Series. We would be like SVG. We would go 1 for 1 in our debut. As we chase down the 48 of Alex Bowman, big run on him. Now we actually decided to go the inside, draft with Loris Hesmans. And the number 27 car, as us back markers got to stay together here at the front of the field, try to upset all the big teams here underneath. Ty Gibson 54. We go by him, powered by the 48 of Bowman. Now go by Ryan Preece in the 41. Or at least trying to get up into 8th place as the outside lane is really faltering now with Truex McDowell. Justin Haley's really screwing that lane up, and we got a huge run on the back of the 2, hang him out to the inside, drops up to Hesman's 3-wide move going into turn 1 and 2. That's going to power us into 4th place. And then underneath Ross Chastain, just like that, we are back in the podium on the top 3 here, taking 3rd from Chastain. The momentum, we finally clear him. We got to get help though from Harvick behind us to catch up to Hesmans and Zane Smith, who is leading this race. Look at that, you got 3 teams that typically run at the back of the field running 1, 2, 3 here at Daytona. Hesmans going for the lead. Here comes Loris Hesmans. He is taking the lead from Zane Smith Daytona. Noah Gragson gives us a huge shove right to the back of the 27 of Hesmans, and now it's our opportunity to take the lead. The 42 Noah Gragson, another rookie right behind us, gives us a shove. We fake it on Hesmans, make him go up high. We get loose, and Gragson hangs us out. 5 to go, it's go time, and Gragson realized that. He hangs us out, gets a shove from Harvick, and Noah Gregson's going to the lead of the Daytona 500 with that move right there. I gotta give him props, so that was a pretty good move to get around us, but now we get back behind him and give him a big shove. Now I'm trying to pass him because I'm not happy the way he passed us, so I'm trying to get right back by him and hang him out of line here. But he's doing a great job of blocking the inside lane and pretty much forcing us to pass him on the outside here. We have Harrison Burton behind us, so we got 3 young drivers at the front, all being aggressive, looking for their first career win here at Daytona. As we give a bumper to the 42 of Gragson, he blocks that. We draft up behind him, trying to make something happen. We peek low on him, trying to hang him out. Now Harrison Burton gets to our outside. Big contact made. He makes the move. He continues around us on our outside lane. And now behind us, you got the 43, Eric Jones running in 4th. He's trying to make a move. We block the 43. We hang on to the position, and now we try to chase down the 21 and the 42 who are running 1st and 2nd here at Daytona. Burton and Gragson. We got no help here in the bottom with Jones. We are just dying out in this lane. Reddick, Suarez go training by on the outside. We block the 27 Hesmans and get his huge shoves. We realize that this outside lane is so much faster than Eric Jones' slow as hell car on the bottom. Big run on the back of Suarez. We peel to the inside of him and Reddick, and just like that, we're going to Harrison Burton. We're going to go make a 3-wide move for the lead. An incredible move through 3 and 4 to get back to the lead. And here comes Jimmy Johnson. The 84 is behind us now. Legacy Motor Club. They're making their move. They got 3 of their cars up here in contention with Jones, Gragson, and Jimmy all in the top 5. And now Gragson and Reddick power back by on the outside lane. We're going to side draft Noah here down to just 3 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Who is going to win it? It's Gragson in position, but now Tyler Reddick going to his outside. Daniel Suarez drafts up to the 45 of Tyler Reddick, trying to take the lead and the win here. We are stuck on the bottom. We don't have help really. Jimmy is not giving us the shoves that we need. We fall down all the way to 6th here. Drafting him to Harrison Burton now, trying to make a move. We decide to commit to him, give him a shove here, try to get him by the inside of Noah Gregson's car. And that's what we'll do. We're going to hang out Noah Gragson down the middle lane here. But here comes Timmy Hill and Shane Van Gisbergen up into contention as well. It is Tyler Reddick, though, leading the Daytona 500, coming to just 2 laps to go as we sit back in 7th, trying to make our charge here from where we're running. We got all the back markers at the front. You got Timmy Hill, you got Loris Hesmans, you got myself, Noah Gregson, Jimmy Johnson, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Eric Jones. So here we are, 2 laps to go in the Daytona 500 for Tyler Reddick. Can he hang on and win this race, and can we make our move? As we are here in 8th place, trying to come back with just 2 laps to win the Daytona 500 in our first NASCAR Cup Series career debut. As Daniel Suarez now hangs out the 45 Tyler Reddick for the lead. Suarez will now go the lead of the 500 as we give Harrison Burton a big shove, hang out Noah Gregson on the outside lane. And we have the momentum now, training down the back stretch. We go underneath Gregson and Tyler Reddick. The outside lane has completely died out. Now Suarez and Jones go high, allowing Harrison Burton and myself to have a shot at it here, coming to the white. This time we are in 4th. We got to find a way to make a move here. We get by Suarez, hang him out on the outside lane. Now it's myself, Harrison Burton, and Eric Jones, the top 3. We get Burton to the inside of Jones, and we're training by to get to the lead here. White flag in the air. Final laps of my Credit One Bank at Daytona. Is it going to be Harrison Burton looking for his first career win, or is it going to be myself or Loris Hesmans? You got 3 drivers looking for their first career win, all 1, 2, 3 in a train line here at Daytona. Harrison goes high, we peak low underneath him, we hang him out on the high line, and we're going to the lead on the last lap of the Daytona 500. Now we just have to hang on for half a lap, and we have this win in the bag. And a few more, try to get the perfect angle of the move here, going by Harrison Burton on the inside lane with help from Loris Hesmans. We hung out Harrison up high. That's exactly what we needed to do. We peaked low and went right by him here on the inside lane. A tremendous move down the backstretch here to get around Harrison. That was executed to perfection. So we got Harrison Burton, got around him, took the lead. And with help of the 27, Loris Hesmans having a shocking run, running in 2nd for Team Hezeberg. Jimmy Johnson behind there in 3rd place. As we are clear for the race lead, are now driving off into turn 3 and 4 for the final time here in Daytona. Can we hold on? Jimmy Johnson on the high line, got a big run. We blocked Jimmy up top, blocked Hesmans down low with Keselowski. Big push there. We're trying to block both lines, racing back to the line. It's going to be an absolute battle to the line. It's on, and we have a horrible, horrible camera angle to finish here. We try to get a better camera angle of myself blocking Jimmy Johnson and Loris Hesmans back to the start-finish line here at Daytona. We block both lines, and we win the Daytona 500 in our debut. Unbelievable turn of events here. What a start to your career, winning the Daytona 500 in your debut race, holding off 7-time champion Jimmy Johnson and Loris Hesmans and Harrison Burton. What a group to hold off as we win the Daytona 500. How about that? Yes! Winning in our debut here, the NASCAR E5 2023 rebuilt career mode, burning it down in celebration. As we have absolutely done a wonderful job this race. We do a big burnout now to celebrate. It was a tough race though. It was tough. It was hard fought. We made it work at the end though. And that move on Harrison Burton, that pretty much sealed it. And it was just throwing the huge blocks late and hoping we didn't wreck ourselves. And that's what we did here. And now we're in victory lane here at Daytona, winning the Great American Race and winning the biggest race to start off the career. And now with the final race results, of course, myself, your winner, Loris Hesmans, your runner-up, Jimmy Johnson, 3rd place, Harrison Burton, 4th, Brad Keselowski runs to your top 5, then Zane Smith, Austin Cindric, Alex Bowman, Kevin Harvick, and Daniel Suarez round out your top 10 in the Daytona 500. Then you have Timmy Hill, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, and Allmendinger the top 15, with Jones, Gibbs, Dylan Briscoe, and Haley the top 20. You got, Christopher Bell, Justin inside the top 25. Chase Elliott, SVG, Chastain, and Truex struggle outside the top 25, but in the top 30. Then you got the guys who are, DNF at the back of the field. Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, Todd Gillen, Corey LaJoie, and Ricky Stenhouse. The race didn't go the way they wanted it today, so they are out as we win the Daytona 500 in our debut. And now we look at the point standings. So you get the post-race payout, or your points leader. That is ourselves. We lead the points after the first race. Of course, getting good stage points and getting the win here in Daytona is great for us. You see the rest of the top 10 in the points. A lot of underdogs up here because it's Daytona to start the season, obviously. Then you see the top 16 on down. Bowman, Briscoe, Logano, Reddick, Hamlin, Gibbs, Reddick, all in that area. Then a ways down, you see all the way down here at the back, there's actually 42. But for some reason, Kyle Busch and William Byron are not racing. They're not going to race next episode either. I don't know why, but it's some weird glitch in the game. Anyway, we're celebrating Victory Lane now anyway. It doesn't matter to us. Less competitors. So we're here celebrating in Victory Lane our Daytona 500 championship here. In our debut, first career win, celebrating special moment. We are so hyped. So hyped. And now I see the post-race stats here. Chase Elliott, the fastest lap with a 45.68. And we led the most laps, leading 10 laps out of 50 here at Daytona. Because it shows a lot of parity, a lot of different lap leaders. And we, of course, on the move came from last to first. Perfect charge through the pack right there. And a tough break, and you go to Stenhouse. He lost 37 spots, going from 3rd all the way down to dead last in 40th place. Not the way he wanted his season to begin. As we head back to look at the updated playoff grid after one race, which really it's not really going to matter that much until we get a few more races in the season at least. Get the post-race, payout, the fans, and the summary of the Daytona 500, and get a big news headline. I earned my first Career Cup Series win at Daytona. Can I do it again? Probably not, but we'll see. And now we get Ty Gibbs complimenting us, giving us some praise. So we're gonna, give him a compliment back. Give him some respect. Try not to make any rivals. As in the last time in the career mode, we did a horrendous job at that. We already got contract options for next season. Oh my God! So you got to arrange a contract option for next season. So as long as we don't have any rivals on a bunch of these teams, we can sign with any team we want. But I want to play it safe. So say just sign with Hendrick, but they have no rivals on the team. So technically, I want to save it so in case I do get a rival on the team, that contract doesn't get taken away. So what we're actually going to do here is we look through the teams here of who our options are. You see all the teams here. I'm actually going to, I looked at RCR for a second. Ooh, that looked good. But we're actually going to choose to arrange a contract option with RFK Racing. Sign with the teammates with Brad and Chris Busher. So we decided to hit up RFK Racing. So we have one contract offer down for next season. So we offer from them is we're going to see if we can sign with them to drive full-time and their Fords next season. You see the updated playoff grid right here. Of course, myself, the only one locked in with the Daytona 500 win. See the reputation breakdown. You got Bowman, Burton, Hesbins, and Logano, who are annoyed. They're the only ones who aren't really just neutral. So we gotta watch out for them. Try not to anger them any further. And then all the way to the other end, you got Ty Gibbs, who's polite. So we have one person who's on the good side. A couple people are on the bad side. Thank you for watching. Until next episode, I hope you all have a good one.